Hi, my name is James Hill. My pronouns are he and him. My role in STEM is as a primary care provider, so I work in adult medicine. When did I first become interested in STEM and medicine is a very good question because I was an adult, essentially. My father was a brick mason, and I was working with him up until I was about 21 or 22 or so. And a lot of people in my orbit were becoming nurses, and I ended up actually going to school for nursing. In the back of my mind, I always thought that healthcare was cool and interesting, but medicine was really never on the table. I mean, it just seemed like it was such a high thing to achieve, and it seemed like it took too long. But by the time I became an adult, there were kind of people that I knew who had gone down that route, and with their encouragement, I decided to pursue it, as a career change. I try to get out to the community, at least to try to be seen, So I have gone to some after-school programs, to talk about COVID or just to, hang out, and so when those opportunities, pop up, I try to avail myself to that because I know the power of seeing someone that looks like you. I think in the internet age, people can see lots of, representation, but there's nothing like someone that you can actually talk to, someone that you actually know. So I do try to make myself available. At this point in my career, just starting on staff, I spend so much time just making sure that, I take care of the people, that are before me. But when I do have a little extra time, it's quite beneficial for me to try to be seen by people who need a little extra encouragement. I think there are a lot of challenges seeing myself go into medicine, and I would probably even say prior to medicine, going into nursing. It's a silly story, but there were a lot of people around me going into nursing, and I had some exposure with nursing as a CNA before, and I kind of swore it off, thought I would never do it. But I was in a community college, and in the student center, there was a poster on the wall that had, 2 or 3 people on it, and one of those was a black male. And oddly enough, I said, oh, maybe I can do that. And so I got into nursing after that, and my class was completely lopsided. It was at least 90-some% female. And so my nursing career, I was always, kind of the unicorn in the group. And I think the same way with medicine. It's common knowledge, or at least if it's not common knowledge, black males in medicine are quite unique, especially probably black American males. And so there's not a lot of individuals that I could have identified with. I was extremely blessed to be able to have a cousin who had gone the path before me, and so that was extremely beneficial and encouraging. And I would honestly say that if I didn't have a cousin who had done it before, I probably would not have done it at all.